Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested big in Bitfarms and in other mining stocks. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So I want to talk a little bit about Bitfarms, do some fundamental analysis. Because, right now the market is very boring. We are all waiting for the bottom of Bitcoin. And I think when we see this bottom, maybe it's the 30,000 and we're moving up again. I think then the excitement will turn again into these crypto stocks. Right now, not, of course. So, it's now 7 months ago when I did some fundamental analysis about Bitfarms. At that time here, it was November, one of my first videos. The stock price was 70 Canadian dollar cents and Bitcoin was at 18,500. Right now, you know that Bitcoin is at 32,600. So not 2x, a little bit less than 2x from 7 months ago. So Bitcoin dropped significantly. But you can see Bitfarms is at 4.85 Canadian dollars here. So that's a 6x increase from the 70 cents then. So Bitfarms outperformed Bitcoin like 3x. And that was the reason I was investing in these mining stocks. I mean, not all of them performed that good than Bitfarms, but Bitfarms is a good example for growth here and for this operational leverage compared to Bitcoin. So the time I did the video, the stock was here in November. And we had a huge jump here to more than 9 Canadian dollars. Now we're down here. But I think Bitfarms is waiting like the other stocks for Bitcoin to move again. And I think then we can see that investors will go again into these crypto stocks and especially mining stocks, and then we will see the next leg up. But if you want to play safe, just wait for Bitcoin to make a significant move to the upside, and I think these stocks should follow then. Okay, so 7 months ago, I think it's important to share the message right now. That's why I do this video. You can share this on all these social media, and I think it helps investors to learn a little bit about these companies. Okay, so the website is bitfarms.com. They right now have 69 megawatts operational here, 1.42 exahash installed. I think they want to upgrade this week to 1.54 exahash or 1540 petahash. We are now traded on NASDAQ since yesterday, which is very nice. The ticker is BITF, and we are traded on TSXV, which is also BITF. The ticker here, the Q1 average production cost per Bitcoin in US dollar. So that's the electricity cost was 8,400. So we can see a nice margin. I mean, they have some other costs to cover. So it should be above 10,000 US dollars, the overall mining costs. But the biggest part, I think 80% or something like this, is always electricity. And we can see, 8,400, that's a pretty big mining margin, but I will go into detail later. So, they have a nice investor presentation here from June. So I will show you this and talk a little bit about Bitfarms here. So the company highlights, they want to grow big. So right now they have 69 megawatts operational. So they want to be at the end of 2022 at 370 megawatts overall. So they will go 5x or even more, 6x with the operational capacity here. They acquired a lot of miners to get there. So we can see here the hash rate growth. We are right now here approximately 1,450 petahash in the first half of 2021. At the end of 2021, they want to be at 3 exahash or 3,000 petahash. I think more than 2.5 exahash are disclosed already, so they bought the miners. So they need a few more miners to buy to get to the 3,000, but I think they will get there. I think this is possible. Yeah, and then 2022 it's going to be really interesting, especially when we think that maybe the bull run will take longer this time. It's slowed down now. Maybe it's a lengthening cycle and we will see the top later, for example, in 2022. Yeah, so in the first half of 2022, they want to be at 5,500 petahash, and at the end of 2022 at 8,000 petahash, which is huge mining power. I mean, Marathon Digital Holdings, one of the US competitors, want to be at 10 exahash at the end of or in next year, in Q1 or Q2 2022. And Riot Blockchain wants to be at 7.7 exahash. I think that's the goal for them in 2022. So in terms of hash rate, you can compare Bitfarms, very good, for example, to Riot Blockchain or to Marathon, because they want all grow their hash rate big time. So 8 exahash. Yeah, then we have the CEO, Emiliano Grodzki. I did an interview with him 6 weeks ago or so. It was very interesting. He is also the founder, one of the founders of Bitfarms. He has a lot of experience in this business, and I think he works a lot to bring Bitfarms to the top. So we have Nicolas Bonta and Mauro Ferrara. So these guys are all Argentinians, and I think that's why they want to build. They have good connections to Argentina, and that's why they want to build a facility there. We have Geoff Morphy here, the president. We have Ben Gagnon, the chief mining officer. He is very experienced. And we have other experienced people there. So a very interesting team here. And the good thing is they're working together since a while. I mean, Emiliano Grodzki is now mining for years, and he has a lot of experience. And I think that's what we see with Bitfarms. So the company operations, the installed hash rate, this is the growth here. We have different facilities. We have them all in Quebec right now: Covansville, Farnham, Magog, St. Hyacinthe, Sherbrooke 1, 2, and then South America. This is Argentina. And then we have US hosting. So there's a big growth you can see. I will talk about these facilities later. Maybe we go here. Right now you can see Canada here, and this is Quebec. And all these facilities are located here: St. Hyacinthe, Farnham, Covansville, Magog, and Sherbrooke. So they're all, it's possible to reach them via car. So that's good for the operations team here. To maintain these miners. So these are the facilities in Quebec, and then they will have a facility in Argentina. We don't know exactly where it is, but I think you know where Argentina is. It's a huge country. They have mountains here, so there should be cooler areas to keep the miners cool. We don't have a lot of information about this, but this should be very interesting. And here's news about Argentina mining. Subsidized energy and shrinking economy lead to Bitcoin mining boom in Argentina. So they have a lot of overcapacity there, a lot of power generation, which is not used. And that's why they make these contracts with Bitcoin miners, and Bitfarms is one of them. Okay, so let's go back here. In terms of hash rate, it's 8 exahash. In terms of electricity, it's 358 megawatts. They will also have a small hosting facility there in US where they host the older miners. I think they have still some S9s and so on. Then we have Canada. Right now it's 69 megawatts, and they will have additional 91 megawatts here. Most of this is coming from Sherbrooke 2 here. And Covansville here, they will build here from 4 megawatt to 17 megawatt. That's what they're doing. And Argentina, it's 210 megawatts. So Argentina is a gas-fired power plant there. We know that natural gas, it's not carbon neutral, but from the fossil fuels power generation, it has a lot less carbon footprint than, for example, coal or oil or other fossil fuels like natural gas. Also Hut 8 is using natural gas. It's the cleanest fossil fuel you can burn. Okay, so let's move on here. We have the efficiency growth when it comes to watt per terahash. So that's the plan here from Bitfarms to decrease the watt per terahash here to 40 at the beginning of 2021, and that's what they will get with these new mining machines. And here we can see the petahash growth. I mean, we are right now somewhere here at 1.5 exahash. At the end of the year we want to be at 3 exahash, and at the end of 2022 at 8 exahash. Bitfarms mined the most Bitcoin in 2020 from all the other publicly traded miners I'm aware of. So they mined more than 3,000 Bitcoins. Hut mined 2,800. Riot, Hive, Hive was a main Ethereum miner. They are growing their Bitcoin capacity now. Riot and Mara were very, very small in 2020, but they are growing now big time. So I think Riot and Mara, will most likely mine the most in 2021. But it's going to be a nice competition there. When it comes to valuation comparison, we have the hash rate and the market capitalization here. I mean, these numbers are not there from June 1st, so they're a little bit old, but it shows the picture that these Canadian miners like Hut 8 or Bitfarms, they have a lot of hash rate but a small market cap. And when we go to Riot here, for example, they have 1.3 exahash, so approximately the same as Bitfarms, but the market cap is 4x higher. And when I go to Yahoo Finance or Bloomberg, I can see the same right now. I mean, Bitfarms diluted again 4 weeks ago, so the market cap is now higher here. It's approximately $700 million. I think that's Canadian dollars here. And when we go to Riot, it's at $3 billion US. So let's say 4x the difference on valuation here. But the hash rate is approximately the same right now. I mean, Riot will grow faster, the hash rate in this year, than Bitfarms. So Riot wants to have more than 4 exahash at the end of the year, and Bitfarms 3 exahash. But at the end of next year, they want to have both approximately 8 exahash. So I think Bitfarms should not be 4x. The market cap should be higher than 4x lower than compared to Riot. So in my opinion, that's a great opportunity here to buy low, because Bitfarms is now traded on NASDAQ. You already know this. And when the hype comes back, the FOMO comes back into Bitcoin, we all hope that it will come, maybe after the summer, who knows. Then Bitfarms should rise significantly, and maybe even more than the US miners here. Another very bullish thing right now, which is happening to these mining companies, is that the overall Bitcoin hash rate is dropping now. We were at 190 exahash 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we are now at approximately 100 exahash. So the competition is decreasing, but Bitfarms is increasing their own mining capacity. That means a lot more Bitcoins. And I think you know this, the drop in the hash rate is because of the crackdown of China on their mining operations. I mean, these miners are out there. They will come online again at some point, because they're all looking now for new facilities outside of China. But I think it's a big opportunity, first of all, to buy miners a little bit cheaper, because a lot of Chinese miners want to sell their miners. So there should be a lot of opportunities to buy it. And right now you can mine a lot more Bitcoin. We can see this here. The next difficulty change is estimated -17 to -13%. So that means, if it closes here at -17%, that means 17% more Bitcoin for these remaining miners like Bitfarms. The last difficulty adjustment here on Bitcoin was -5%. The difficulty adjustment before was minus 16%. So yeah, that's very good for these mining companies. Okay, so with the hash rate, they have right now 1.42 exahash with 69 megawatts of power consumption here, and for approximately 4 cents per kilowatt hour. Bitfarms is mining right now 9.55 bitcoins, so that's approximately a little bit more than 1% of the total Bitcoin hash rate in the world is owned by Bitfarms right now. The revenue should be at more than $300,000, the cost of electricity at 66,000, and the profit should be approximately at $250,000 per day. You can see a month here, it's 9.3 million, the revenue, and the profit should be, the gross profit here should be more than 7 million US dollars. Okay, so if we take the 8 exahash and the 370 megawatts of power that they want to have end of next year, we know that the Bitcoin hash rate will change, and in this time it will increase again. But I think it's more likely that the Bitcoin price rises faster than the hash rate. So yeah, let's calculate with the numbers of today. A lot of things can change then, but if they would have it right now, they would mine like 53 bitcoins a day with a revenue of 1.8 million US dollars, a cost of 355,000 US dollars, and yeah, a gross profit of 1.4 million a day. In a month, that would turn into 52 million US dollars revenue, or 42 million US dollars gross profit. So a huge potential here, especially with the dropping Bitcoin hash rate right now. There are big opportunities here. Let's move on. Let's go back to the presentation here. So the valuation comparison shows that these Canadian miners like HUD, like Bitfarms, like Hive are very cheap right now. Okay, in this chart, Hive looks very expensive, but you know, Hive has a big Ethereum mining operation, so Hive it's difficult to compare Hive right now with these companies here. Also, Bitfarms is growing their Bitcoin inventory. They have now more than 1,100 Bitcoins on the balance sheet, and it's growing every day right now by 9 or 10 Bitcoins. They don't want to sell right now because they're very bullish on the long-term price of Bitcoin. They want to hodl for a while, and I think they will sell when they see the top of Bitcoin of this bull cycle incoming, or at least a bit. So the Q1 results, the revenue was 27.7 million US dollars. The gross mining margin was at 80% here. The EBITDA was negative because they had something like a revaluation of the warrant price. So that was only, I think we will not have it in the other quarters. So that occurred once. So the adjusted EBITDA without this revaluation was 19.8 million. So the coin mining and the gross mining margin, very interesting when you go from bear market to bull market. So March 2020, the daily mining profit was 34,000 US dollars. The margin was at 44%. Yeah, and 1 year later, it's 10x here. It's 330,000 and 85% in the mining margin. So the margins increased significantly here, especially after the halving. We had the halving here in May. June was very hard, July, and then it improved slowly but steady. And then it really took off in December when Bitcoin reached a new all-time high. So when it comes to the shares, 14.5% are from insiders, and the rest is other shareholders. The shares right now are 160 million shares outstanding here. Okay, there's a lot of warrants here of 25.6 and some options. So at some point, I think they will be triggered and will come to the market. Yeah, here we have the facilities in Covansville. This is the 4 megawatt. They will build to 70 megawatt right now. We have Magog, 10 megawatt, expansion to 12 megawatt. Farnham, 10 megawatts. St. Hyacinthe, 15 megawatts. Sherbrooke 1, so this is the biggest one right now, 30 megawatts. And then we will get Sherbrooke 2, the 66 megawatt. They want to have it completed until the end of 2021. And then they will build this Argentina facility. This is South America here, 210 megawatt. So this should be the gas-fired power plant here. I think they will build this huge facility. That's going to be very interesting. Also, they have this Volta Electrical Engineering Company with 50 employees and 37 electricians. Volta serves both Bitfarms and local Quebec customers. So I think that's why Bitfarms is very fast in their build outs and very efficient, because you have to know that that Bitfarms is a vertical integrated Bitcoin mining and blockchain company. So they build their own facilities. They don't need a lot of other companies. So I think Bitfarms has now approximately 100 employees. So it's a real company, and they will only grow from here. I think, then they have this repair lab here. So they repair their own machines, which is also very interesting, that Bitfarms becomes the first authorized MicroBT service center in Canada. What I forgot to tell you about this 8 exahash goal for 2022. So they purchased 48,000 miners for MicroBT to get there in 2022, and they will get every month like 4,000 of these miners from starting January to reach these 8 exahash at the end of 2022. So there's definitely a plan there, to get there. Okay, and the big news, I was talking about this, that Bitfarms is trading on NASDAQ since yesterday. So I think when we get the excitement back in Bitcoin and in these crypto stocks, this would help a lot to get a lot more liquidity. So what I'm thinking right now is increasing these positions of these mining companies. I think Bitfarms is a very interesting one. Like I did back in 2019 and 2020, that is the time for buying. We can see that the volume increased here significantly since Bitcoin took off. We are right now down in volume, so everything seems very boring right now. But if Bitcoin gets this turnaround here and moves up again, I think Bitfarms is a very good opportunity. Of course, we can go down more in Bitcoin. No one knows exactly, but I feel bullish for the second half of 2021, and I'm very excited where these stocks will end at the end of this year. Okay, guys, so thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.